Hello everybody, how's it going? This is Jake with Mind Over Mind, and today LEGO Bionicle released the very first Bionicle Journey to One full official trailer on their Facebook page, and today I'm just going to be breaking down that trailer shot for shot, frame by frame, just showing you the really cool stuff that I noticed. If you guys want to watch the trailer for yourself, the link will be in the description for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and get started right off the bat. Now the very first shot of the trailer, it shows Bionicle Episode 1 Quest for Unity. So I'm assuming all of the footage that we see from this trailer is from the very first episode. Now if you guys don't know, there are 4 episodes that are coming out from this series. So this is, I'm assuming, footage from the very first one of those. The first shot we see Liwa, or Lewa, however you want to say it, but it's definitely Liwa. He opens up a door. He's of course in his new form, so I'm assuming that when the show starts up, they're already in their 2016 forms, which is interesting. I really hope that's actually the direction that they're taking, because I don't want to see a rehash of the first year. I want to see new stuff, new content. So he's basically opening up the door. Then of course in the second shot we see Onua. He's kind of meditating, and as his respective creature walks up to him, a voiceover is heard talking. I'm assuming it's Akimu, and he says they've heard it is the time of unity. So of course this signals that the Toa are ready to unite with their creatures to combat Umarak. Super excited for that showdown. And as that line comes to a close, we see Toa Tahu overlooking the region of fire, which we assume is where all of the villagers, the fire villagers, and of course the protector live. It's very cool stuff, and I'm really excited to see if we can see into that village life or not. And then as Ikimu continues talking, he says, "You know so little of your powers," which says that even though the Toa have their new forms, they still don't quite know how to harness their abilities and their strengths yet. So we are going to be seeing the Toa continue to learn about their new powers and how to use them effectively. Super cool stuff. I hope we get a really cool training sequence set to 80s music playing. Just kidding. Then we see a shot of Kopaka using his abilities to freeze something, and we also see a shot of Gali using her abilities to summon water out of a weld-like object and splashing the skull villains around her to basically flush them away. The next thing we see is Tahu surfing on lava, which is really cool. We also hear him shout out a Yahoo or Whoa or something, but it sounds really cool. And the thing I noticed is that this is a completely separate voice from the voice actor who does Akimu, which is very cool. And we will get to see in a little bit that Liwa has his own voice as well, which indicates that all of the Toa have unique voices. I'm just praying that Gali has a female voice actor this time around. That'd make me really happy, because, you know, she's a girl. Then we see Umarak the Hunter kind of lurking in the shadows, watching Tahu from the fire region. Then we hear Liwa, which is super cool, saying, "There are things out there." And then Liwa says something like, "A big fella with horns." Now I know that's not what he's actually saying, because there's like sound effects and music playing in the background, and as I said, the audio quality isn't that great on this video. But I really am interested to see, you know, what he actually said. And then Kopaka points to a bunch of skull creatures saying that's bad. Saying like impending doom is coming, which is really cool. But we get to see that there are like a bunch of leftover skull villains, skull warriors that are kind of left over from the previous season or wave of Bionicle. So I guess those are going to be like kind of the filler stereotypical enemies, the, I guess, grunts that they're going to be fighting, the big waves of enemies. So I'm excited to see their butts getting kicked. And then as it shows the shot of the waves of skull villains and skull spiders coming at them, Ikimu says they are minions of my brother, Makuta. So I'm really excited to hear about the Makuta stuff. We haven't really heard a ton about him since the beginning, since the first teaser of Bionicle coming back. So I'm really excited to know that Makuta is coming back. I knew he always would, but he's going to become more relevant in this year. Then as Akimu finishes his line, we see Onua use his earthbending skills like Avatar to throw the skull slicer into the mountain nearby. It's really cool stuff, and he kind of explodes into the rock formation. It's awesome. After Skull Slicer slams into that rock wall, we see Liwa approaching his golden mask, and as he does so, he says the golden mask of unity, and then asks Tahu, "Did you have the vision?" Which I'm assuming we'll be able to see in the full show. Very excited to see that. We also see Akir kind of floating, flying behind Tahu, which I'm assuming by this point they're all on their side. So I really hope we get to see kind of them taming the creatures or discovering them before we full on jump into the episode. Then we see Umarak standing solo, kind of getting ready for battle, and he says the, you know, cliche villainous threat, "Darkness is rising, Toa, you cannot stop it." And To be honest, I didn't expect his voice to sound quite like Starscream, but I was expecting kind of a more menacing, lower, deeper tone, and I expected him to kind of be the silent, killer hunter type, because that's in his name. But I think that when he becomes the Destroyer, Umarak the Destroyer, that's when he's going to get that, low, bassy tone. But until then, we will have to see. It looks like Umarak and Liwa are going to have their own one-on-one combat kind of fight scene, and I'm really excited to see that stuff. I hope that, lives up to the hype. But that's pretty much it for this trailer, guys. It's really short, but I just wanted to kind of break down every shot for you and just kind of regurgitate information and things that you might have missed. Anyway, guys, this has been Jake with Mind Over Mind. Did I miss anything? What do you think about this trailer? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to watch a compilation of all 7 character trailers, go ahead and click the box on the screen right now. Anyway, guys, like I said before, this has been Jake, and I'll catch you guys in the next Bionicle video. Peace out.